What's in a Name? By Barrie Mahoney. Now here's the essential question to start the day. Are you sufficiently worthy to have an airport named after you, and presumably after you die? Alternatively, if you don't consider that you meet these high specifications, do you know someone who does? Now, I've never been too sure about the wisdom of naming airports after people. If, for example, I wish to fly to Paris, I wish to fly to Paris, and not into the arms of someone called Charles de Gaulle. Why do airports in the United States have to be named after past presidents? Washington National Airport used to be called just that, until it was renamed the Ronald Reagan Airport. Surely it was already named after a president called Washington, so I fail to see the point. In any case, just think of all those costs associated with new signs. Despite some reservations, I'm very pleased to hear that the island of Lanzarote will shortly be changing the name of its airport to Cesar Manrique. This name change has been requested by many residents for some time and was recently agreed by both the Prime Minister of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, and the President of the Canary Islands, Fernando Clavijo. As an admirer of the work of Cesar Manrique, I believe this to be an excellent choice in honouring someone who made a considerable and positive impact upon the island of Lanzarote, as well as the other islands in terms of architecture and the environment. Despite this endorsement, I am also well aware that there will be others who will see the change of airport name as controversial. Other airport naming controversies include renaming the island of Madeira's airport to Cristiano Ronaldo International, and I'm not sure what the Spanish taxman thought of that particular honour. Anyone remember the footballer George Best? In memory of both his on- and off-pitch antics, Belfast City Airport has become George Best Belfast City Airport. What a mouthful. Whether he is considered a footballing hero or not, many will be pleased to know that it has a rather good duty-free shop, which might be thought appropriate. Now, over in Jamaica, I gather that the locals were not impressed when their airport was renamed after a part-time resident and author of novels about a British spy called James Bond. Many protested that the airport should have been named after a true islander, such as Usain Bolt, and not Ian Fleming. John Lennon, Louis Armstrong, Mozart, Bill and Hillary Clinton, Marco Polo, and even Robin Hood are all preserved for posterity in the names of some of the world's airports. Interestingly, the UK's Civil Aviation Authority has banned the official naming of British airports after famous people in the future, which I think is an excellent decision. Personally, I would much rather the airport be named after the place that I'm travelling to, rather than someone I've never heard of or have no interest in. I'm also very grateful that I'm spared from flying to Margaret Thatcher International or Donald Trump International. We'll see what that happens. But I guess whether or not you'll agree will depend upon your own political point of view. Now, you have been listening to What's in a Name, which is part of the Let Us Me Atlantic series by Barrie Mahoney. You can find out more about me, my books, podcasts, and blogs by going to my website, www.barriemahoney.com. And it's Barrie with an IE. Thank you for listening.